Hey, what is up guys, it is your boy, I'm up here today bringing you another video today, and today guys, we're going to be doing top 5 breakers for the month of October. I know it's 2 days into November, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, I really am, I apologize, but I wanted to get this out because this is going to be the last top 5 for October. Top 5 supports are pretty much the same as they were last month, in September, so I don't really want to change that too much. Nothing really changed on that list, nothing too significant. So I'm just going to leave it like it is for now, and then we'll change it probably in November. So with that being said, let's get into this. So if you guys don't know, you guys vote for the number 1 and number 2 breaker in the Discord, and then I order the list for 5 through 3. I decide who is 5 through 3. You guys pick 1 and 2 in the Discord. If you guys don't know that, I do a voting thing. I add everybody in the Discord to make sure everyone knows that we're voting, and then boom, everybody votes for who they think is the best breaker in the game. So with all that being said, let's get into this. So same format that we've been doing, just gonna tell you the summary of the unit, and then we're just gonna keep moving on. So my boy Arth, number 5, he has failed from his number 1 spot significantly. He is now number 5. The reason for that is I've changed my way how I view certain breakers and how I look. A lot of stuff has changed. I've learned a lot more about the game since that point, and some stuff has changed, but however, I still think Arth is an extremely good unit. Arth is, though, reliant on his true weapon, but his true weapon every true weapon is considered in these top 5. So if the unit has their true weapon is considered. So yeah, Arth belongs top 5. If you have his true weapon, his true art, let me say, is really good, having like 9,300 break, right? Yeah, 9,300 break, being able to give your team 20 art gauge, which is huge. Also being able to increase BE acquisition from Earth units by 20%, and also being able to increase Earth units damage by 20%, including himself, for both of those is just absolutely insane. So yeah, he's really good. I like my boy Arth a ton, man. He's a god tier unit, man. Not that god tier, he's really good, but I rate my boy Arth pretty high, and I think he's still going to be good in the coming months and years even of Grand Summoners. I think he won't fall out the meta too much. Like I don't think people will really complain about having Arth, but there is definitely other people or other units on your team that you will definitely want, or other breakers that you will definitely want above Arth. So yeah, apart from that though, Arth comes in at the number 5 spot. Now, my boy Rayon. Rayon is number 4. He's staying at the same place that he was in the last top 5. Not much have changed, really. Like, I still have my showcase on him and all that, if you guys want to check that out. But, nothing's really changed too much. I still think he is one of the best breakers in the game. A lot of stuff has changed too. A lot of compositions I saw, a lot of people using Rayon, and I saw how good Rayon is in certain nuke comps and everything like that, and I think he's still a very solid unit and a very solid breaker. Definitely still belongs in the top 5, but probably not for much longer. But yeah, he still is, I think, one of the best units or best breakers in this game. So let's talk about why he is. So his skill, being able to increase his increase his attack and his break power, with each activation, is huge, giving him even more break power and attack damage, which is crazy. Also on top of that as well, his true art, being able to buff up light units and also buff up himself and all that stuff as well, is really good for him and any other light unit on his team. Also, Rayon as well has amazing equipment slots, having a 5-star physical, a 5-star support, and a 4-star physical. That means that you are able to equip, like for 5-star physical, you're able to equip like Stippity Snips. You're able to equip like Daisy's Spear if you want to equip that, to even give him more break power and some art gen. And then 5-star support, you could equip like LDH if you want to, just to make sure that he can just art 24/7. You give him LDH, you can give him Letter Bag, Chrono, there's a lot of options with that. Also as well, with him having a 4-star physical attack slot, meaning that he can use Relic Mav, and his 5-star physical attack slot is able to use whatever he wants to use. So he's not restrained to just one physical attack slot like most breakers are. So yeah, he has a up on that as well. Unfortunately though, let me just say, my boy Rayon, in the future, whenever he gets awoken, he doesn't become as top tier as he used to be. If you guys remember, whenever this guy first came out, he was one of the best units in this game. He was by far, definitely, like without a doubt, he was the best unit in the game for a very long time, not very long, but it was like a good amount of time in Grand Summoner's history where Rayon was the best unit to come out. However, with that being said, unfortunately his awakening does not return him to that glory, but he is still a beast against dark bosses once he gets his awakening. Apart from that though, my boy Rayon coming in at the number 3 spot is Daisy. Daisy, I have a showcase on her, man. This girl is amazing. I really like her a lot. She is from the Master Summoning Pack. That's probably her only downside, to be honest. Apart from that, like, I can't really think of anything else to tell. Her coming from the Master Summoning Pack means that you have to spend $30 in order to get her, but fear not, you have to spend $30 right now to get her, Leanne, and Favale. But do not fear, or do not be worried. Don't get your pitchforks yet. Daisy will be coming to summons later on. There will be a later date. Daisy will be summonable. But of course, if you just want the guaranteed chance to get them, Daisy and Leanne are both able to be bought right now. You get Daisy, Leanne, and Favale, and 5 LB stones, and letter bag, and some other stuff whenever you buy the Master Summoning Pack. So if you want to do that, you can. Of course, not, you don't have to, but I definitely recommend it. If you want to spend money on it, you want to get some good units, I think it's worth it. But Daisy is an extremely good unit. Why is that OP? Daisy is able to, has a very unique, what was I just trying to say there? A very unique ability with her normal art, being able to use her normal art, and if she breaks the boss with her normal art, being able to instantly refill her art gauge and give her true art. So if the boss breaks using normal art, you get your true art. And then whenever you get your true art, you can use your true art, you reduce the boss's action speed, and you increase the damage to the boss, how much damage your team does by 30% or something like that, which is really good. So yeah, and on top of that as well, Daisy's level 90 ability gives her 25% more art damage, gives her and her team 25% more art damage during boss break, which is huge. That's so good. On top of that as well, her slots are pretty solid, having a 5-star physical, a 5-star defense, and a 4-star support. Actually, wait, is that right? Yeah, a max LB, 5-star physical, 5-star defense, and 4-star support, meaning she can equip Relic Mav or her own spear if you want to do that. But of course, I recommend Relic Mav. The defense slot, being able to have like lost arms or anything that you really want for that defense slot, and then the 4-star support slot, being able to use Keon or anything that you want as well. It's a 4-star support item. Recommend Keon though to give her as much break power as possible. You know what I mean? So yeah, Daisy comes in number 3 spot. I like her a lot. I love this unit, to be honest. People complain about her having short range. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people like play auto, but with Daisy, I recommend you play, or you pay attention to the game somewhat. Whenever you use Daisy, at least look where Daisy's at before you use her normal art and her true art. Make sure Daisy's at least somewhat close to the boss whenever she uses her normal art and true art, so you can hit the boss, because her spear definitely has some range, but her spear kind of pushes her back as well. So it's kind of understandable why people say that. But yeah, you can just make sure you pay attention, and as long as you're close enough to the boss whenever you use your art and true art, you should not have a problem with Daisy at all. So yeah, apart from that though, Daisy number 3. Now coming in at the number 2 and 1 spot, let's look at what you guys voted for. So coming in at the number 2 spot is TT. I actually agree with you guys. TT, I think, deserves the number 2 spot. TT, here she is, Terrible Tornado. So what does Terrible Tornado do? Terrible Tornado is still a good breaker. She's still number 2. She was number 2 on the last top 5, which is crazy. She really hasn't moved at all. She's been the same still. Well, technically in that top 5, I did say she was number 1 if you had her, but she has fell from that position. She is now number 2. And why is that OP? What makes TT number 2 though? Let me talk about that real quick before I tell you why she has fallen. TT has an amazing kit, being able to reduce the enemy's break resistance by 20% for 8 seconds with her skill, and also her normal art is able to increase all allies' break power by 50% for 8 seconds, and you also are able to paralyze the enemy, which is really good. Also on top of that as well, her abilities are phenomenal, being able to reduce magic damage from enemies by 30% and increase damage by 20% when boss breaks. Also on top of that as well, she has boss break BE up. BE gain increase 100% when boss breaks, so you get double BE whenever the boss breaks, which is huge. huge. On top of that as well, she has gauge regeneration, meaning that she gets 2 arts a second, which is pretty good. Native art gen is never a bad thing. And yeah, apart from that too, she does have her weakest part about her kit. Definitely is the 3 5-star magic slots, or the 2 5-star magic slots and then 4-star magic slot. Definitely is the weakest part about her kit. Everything else though is phenomenal. If her equipment was better, she could rival the #1 spot. That's the main thing holding TT back. Even with her awakening, like the main thing holding TT back is definitely her equipment. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. I would love for TT's equipment to one day change, but I highly doubt that will happen. Just having all magic attack slots is kind of bad, especially as a breaker, because there's not like a magic attack item that really increases break power as far as I know. So yeah, it's not really like too great, but TT coming in at the #2 spot, and then once I show you the #1 spot, I'll tell you why TT has fallen. And coming in at #1 is Platinum. Let me make sure this is recording. Okay, yeah, it's cool. So coming in at #1 is Platina, or Platinum. This unit is so good, so freaking good. Let me pull it. Platina, Platinum. She is amazing. I'm so happy that she actually takes #1 spot. She's in a phenomenal unit. So what does she do, OP? To put it in short, she is a better TT. Even in JP, she is the highest, or she is one of the highest rated 5-stars at JP. Like, she is an A tier 5-star. Like, she has not gotten awakening, and I don't know how they would even awaken her. Like, if they would go to awaken her, like, they would have to nerf her, which would be weird, which, like, I don't think they would ever make an awakening a nerf. But yeah, so if they ever awaken her, like, she's definitely just gonna be the definitive top tier breaker. So what does she do, OP? What makes her so good? So Platinum has a ton of synergy with her art, being able to do 13,000% light damage physical, and also when the boss breaks gauge is 50% or less, for 10 seconds your own break power will be increased by 50%. So you have 3,500 break, 50% increase on that, so you're getting a ton of break with her normal art. On top of that as well, her being able to use a 5-star physical, 5-star defense, or a 4-star support, just like Daisy, she is able to equip Relic Mav on her 5-star physical attack slot, meaning that this goes up even further. Her break power increases even further, which is so crazy to me. Also, her abilities increase her break power even more with 10% more break power. I don't know what I still don't know what the Void Sword means. It's still a very confusing ability. I remember I reviewed this whenever I saw her, I actually talked about this here. Actually, you know what? She's actually on a banner. Let me see if it tells me what this ability does. Oh wait, no, she's not. She's not on a banner because Fina and Regulus are gone, so she's not here anymore. Oof. But yeah, I don't know completely what Void Sword does. It's very weirdly worded. You know, if you guys know, definitely put it down in the comments below. Also, at the time of an ally dying, you will completely cleanse that ally, and then also you will negate 2,000 damage for 10 seconds. Upon an ally, like if an ally is about to die, instead of them dying, you're going to make it to where you negate 2,000 damage. Like, you put a barrier over them and they negate 2,000 damage, and also you will cleanse anything on them apart from faint. So that's really good as well for another ability she has. Also, with her art, being able to do more damage or more break power whenever 50% or less is really good. Like, no lie, she's extremely good when paired with Est, because Est, instantly halves giant boss break gauge. So you take Platinum in the boss fight too, right? So you're gonna have Est instantly have the giant boss break gauge, and then you're gonna have Platinum here to use her normal art, and then Relic Mav, and then Lost Arms or whatever else you're using, and then also Keon or whatever. And no lie, you can solo break sometimes. There's a lot of cases where you can solo break or get super close to breaking Rags, the giant boss, that guy, the strongest giant boss in the game. You can solo break him with this unit, with Est on your team as well, being able to have the boss break gauge instantly. So Platinum is an amazing unit, and there's nothing else to really say. No other breaker can really compete with Platinum, which is kind of sad, because it's kind of that thing where it's currently, and I think even in JP, like it's kind of hard for people to compete with Plat. So yeah, she right now is single-handedly the best breaker in this game. Now, real quick, what I want to talk about as well is that why did why did TT fall from the number 1 spot on my last on my last vid, or on my last top 5? Because she was number 1, but you know, I said that she was number 1 if you had her, but she would be number 2 if you didn't. Now, if the reason for that is more so simply comes down to equipment. On top of that as well, I think I like Platinum's art a lot better than TT's art. Also, TT's art does 3,300 break. Platinum does 3,500 breaks, and then on top of that as well, it's gonna do even more break if the boss is below 50% break gauge. So you know, she's getting stomped in break power. Also, not being able to use a physical attack slot, being able to use Relic Mav so she can get a 100% break power increase, also definitely hurts her. As far as, you know, Platinum goes, Platinum is able to use Relic Mav and also Keon and increase her break power by what, like 128%? Is it a 20? Yeah, break power with Keon gets increased by 28%, right? So yeah, 128%, and then that's not even including the 50% break power up whenever you're using her normal art as well, which is an absolute huge amount of break power, almost a 200% increase. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is kind of crazy that Platinum can get up to that, and that is why TT has fallen. Now, I want to say this real quick. It does not mean that TT is no longer good. TT is still, like I said, one of the best breakers in this game. So if you have her, don't be like, oh my god, I can't believe it, I gotta go get another unit. You know what I mean? I gotta go get Platinum now. No, TT's still good. She's still viable. It's just Platinum is by far, hands down. Even I agree with this. She is the best breaker in this game. So boys, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. You know, if you guys want to make your own top 5, please go ahead and make it down in the comments below. You know, that's going to be it though for this video. That's going to be it for the top 5s for the month of October. We'll be back in this month, technically, since it's November 2nd already. We'll be back in November later on this month and give you guys an up-to-date list of top 5. I have a lot of exciting stuff is happening this weekend, man. I said this weekend, this month. We have raids coming out. We have a bunch of stuff coming out, and it's gonna be a really fun month for Grand Summoners. So yeah, apart from that though, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If I did, drop a like, comment down below, subscribe for more. I'm out, guys. Peace.